So a new Saw movie comes out in October. I completely forgot about that, and we are 10 months out. There's the 10th Saw movie. I figure I can do this. Yeah. So let's go ahead. Saw was released in 2004, directed by James Wan, starring Carrie Elways, Lee Wanell, Danny Glover, and Michael Emerson. And like I said, there's a 10th Saw movie coming out in October. There's 9 of these. There's 9 months until October. So I figured if I review one of these films each month up until October, I can have this entire review series knocked out easily and a ranking done in October once I see the 10th one. So let's go ahead and start off this review series with the first movie in this franchise, Saw. So, starting off with the good, there's actually a lot that I love about this movie. I know this franchise gets a lot of scrutiny from online horror fans in the horror community, but I still really love this first Saw movie, and there's just a lot that works about it. First of all, Carrie Elways in this movie, a lot of people say that he overacts and he's really not that great. I disagree. I think he gave a really good performance in this movie. And then you also have Lee Winnell as Adam, and he also gives a really great performance. And I kind of wish that they'd kept him around for future films, but it's whatever. I really liked their back and forth between this entire movie because this entire movie was the lowest of low budgets for this franchise. All of these movies are pretty low budget, but this is the lowest of low budgets because it's really just one location the entire movie. It's Dr. Gordon and Adam in the bathroom. Of course, it cuts away to other places and different scenes, but it's a majority just them talking in this bathroom. And then you have Danny Glover in this movie as the police detective who's investigating this case of this serial killer who mangles these bodies, puts them through these tests. And it's really interesting to see how he plays the character and how he's investigating into the whole thing. And then you have Michael Emerson as the character of Zepp, and he's believed the entire movie to be the actual killer, which, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen this movie for some reason, he's not the killer. That's a big thing at the end of the movie. But I really like Michael Emerson as Zepp. I thought he did a really good job. I think Michael Emerson's a very underrated actor, in my opinion. I just think he's really good. And then you have the story here, which to me, it's an interesting story. Mystery, drama, investigation film into, like I said before, a person who's abducting these people and putting them into these sadistic traps to test their will to live, pretty much. I really, really enjoy that. This doesn't have nearly as much traps as the future films in this franchise do, because, like I said, this is a very, very low budget film compared to the rest of the budgets in this franchise. You get the bear trap, the reverse bear trap, probably the most iconic trap in this entire franchise. And then you get the flammable petroleum jelly, and then the razor wire cage. Those are the really only three traps you get in this movie. But they're all really interesting to see put to use in this film. Also, the score in this movie, absolutely amazing. I love it. And finally, yes, the third act twist is still one of the greatest twists in horror history, if not in film history, where Zepp is killed, Dr. Gordon sawed his foot off, he's crawled away to find help, and we believe that it's over until the dead body in the bathroom gets up and reveals himself to be the killer. It's absolutely terrific. I love that entire little sequence. It's, like I said, one of the greatest moments in horror history. So yeah, I just really have to call that out because I love it. I remember watching that scene for the first time and just being so dumbfounded at that twist. It's just amazing. Now, moving on from the good onto the bad. Yeah, there's nothing here. So let's go ahead on to the final thoughts. I personally love this movie. It spawned a franchise, that's for sure. We'll talk a bit more on the future of this franchise later on down the road throughout this year. But In my opinion, Saw is a horror classic. It's one of my favorites of all time, and I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. So that was my review for Saw. Have you seen this movie? Let me know down in the comments what you thought about it. As always, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.